Well, today at Solus Partners, we're really excited to have Kay on from Starnus. Kay, could you tell us a little bit about what your team's up to and kind of the journey so far?
Yeah, so Starnus is a startup from Netherlands. So we're located in the Netherlands. Basically, almost last year we started getting into the agentic AI. First, the idea was to build an agentic AI platform for data science purposes to make available this data science to non-technical people. But gradually, I think we worked on that problem for almost 4 or 5 months. And that was because my background was in data engineering. But we came to the conclusion, especially I came to the conclusion that it's a field that is changing so fast. So I decided and we decided as a team to, instead of focusing on one vertical and one solution, basically build an infrastructure for all the existing solutions on the market. And that's how we started building a special kind of a marketplace for AI agents and AI tools.
That's right.
And yeah, that's how we are now built. But I'll explain more, of course, about what is, I call it a special or what it is about.
Yes, please do.
Okay, so why I call it a special type is because normally on marketplaces, you could just go on the website or the platform and you can interact with one vendor and the vendors do not, let's say, interact with each other or try to cooperate. But on our platform, we are actually building an infrastructure that these different agentic apps or AI agents built by different developers and vendors can really cooperate with each other to solve the challenges of the users. So on our platform, we have an interface that is very similar to, let's say, Google search engine or ChatGPT or these that common way of prompting and inputting in natural language to get the job done. So as a user, you can just type in what do you want to do in sales, in marketing, in email, automation, anything basically, your business daily tasks. You can just type in command instruct, and then the platform understands what you mentioned, and then decides which agents and tools that exist in our platform are appropriate for this job, and then tries to build a collaboration, a cooperation temporarily between them. So let's say I type in go to my recent emails, analyze the unread ones, and let's say take out all the emails from Steven and create a meeting for him between me and him, and then also send this update to Slack or create this report, etc., etc. So it can be a command that really involves multiple tools and agents to work together. So our platform actually enables that cooperation. And once they do the job, we actually orchestrate everything and get the final outcome. Maybe it's a file, maybe it's a report, maybe it's a job to be done on an app or something. Then we get back to the user with the final outcome. We pay out to all these vendors and we charge the user only for what they consume.
That sounds really dynamic. How did you guys find the team to build this?
Actually, it was like adapt the team to be able to build it rather than find the team to build this. Of course, the team has a background in full stack development, software engineering, AI. It's a small team, but we have the right pieces there. But of course, we learned a lot by just trying out building agents ourselves and seeing how they work. Yeah, it was a hard journey.
Certainly so. Could you walk us through a little bit of kind of what that's looked like, both in terms of kind of the time it's taken to get to this point and then kind of what you've learned along the way?
Yeah. So that's a very good question. The big challenge was that we wanted to create this kind of, we call it a cooperative marketplace for these AI agents. But while the agentic AI became a hot topic and a new topic in 2025, so building a new layer of abstraction on top of something that is just being built was hard. So that's why the journey, the milestones or the roadmap we created was that first we go after the market of all these AI agents and tools. We select the ones that are best, that we see they are fit. Typically the ones that are either open source or they provide the API endpoint, publicly available ones. And then we try to integrate them ourselves so that while doing so, we learn how to build that platform and infrastructure that is possible for others later on to come and add their solutions to. and then gradually build it towards the way that it's self-service. Now any developer can come and use a framework to integrate their solution in.
So you guys are essentially the one-stop shop when it comes to LLMs.
Actually, the apps that are using LLMs. So because we are really an aggregator of those apps, not
Okay.
the LLMs pure themselves, but the apps that are built by using LLMs.
Really helpful clarification. Appreciate that. How are you guys testing the platform?
Of course, so that there are different layers of having to test it. One is just the platform and infrastructure itself. So we have to basically test that core infrastructure that it can really orchestrate the job between different apps or agentic apps. So that's one big test that we always do. And of course, that was done. So, and then each workflow and each agent and tool that is becoming available and we integrate or we build inside the platform, then separately, that also has to be tested first by us, then by other people that are not the developers of that, just to have a fresh eye on how the users will react, and then gradually roll it out to beta users or alpha users, as we will do actually in July.
Nice. How are you guys kind of getting that early, I guess almost like a beta market effort going in terms of like potential alpha users, and how are you guys spreading that conversation?
That always starts from the community around you. So just getting to, because our clients, what we target as ICP or ideal customer profile is founders, small business owners, entrepreneurs, basically people that have lots of things to do from marketing, sales, etc. And they have almost no time and very little expertise in all of them. Considering if let's say accounting, marketing, sales, everything, it's very hard for someone to know everything at a very pro level. So that platform is very fit to them. So for now, we are really, or I am actually trying to get to the community of founders, of these entrepreneurs, and really spread the word on LinkedIn also, or physical events, then gradually build a wait list for it so that we can have a soft rollout around July.
So we'll be happy to socialize it in our network as well, because I imagine there's quite a few people that'll like to play with this, see it, and just kind of experience it for
Yeah,
themselves.
that's great. Thanks.
Yeah. What are there kind of specific use cases? I know you mentioned marketing, kind of email, task management. Are there specific projects that work really well on Starnus?
Yeah. So if I want to be really explicit, we will have in July the first launch. We'll have around 8 to 10 different workflows, end-to-end workflows that you can do with the platform. They are categorized in different, let's say, buckets. One of them are daily tasks like handling your Gmail inbox or your email inbox. Let's say I always have 200 unread emails there sitting. So just launching an agent that can go there, read everything, tell you what you have to do, give a summary. That's really helpful. So that's the daily tasks. Then we are in sales, mainly finding leads, evaluating leads, and writing specific messages towards those potential leads. Marketing, mainly on creating social media content with image and caption and everything. Doing, and then some generic tasks like browser automation. So we have agents and tools that they can, in principle, in theory, automate everything that you do as a human with the browser. But of course, that comes with some limitations in terms of time and cost. But you can literally do lots of massive reach outs or research or tons of other things that you do on web, and also some really separate web discovery workflows so that you can give it a tons of URLs or websites and request certain information to be extracted from them and then put into a very organized spreadsheet. And then finally handling documents and then extracting data from them, putting it in Google Sheets or Excel and so on.
Very interesting. Yeah, I imagine it's
Yeah.
going to save a lot of people a lot of time. So that's really cool.
Hopefully.
So say that there might be a potential listener on the podcast today that's wants to know more about it, wants to experience kind of the demo or the alpha test, and assume that they like it. How do you guys think about pricing if they want to use it more long term?
Yeah. So we do offer, especially for the people that join the waitlist, free credits per month in certain limit, and then after that, it is really very lean purchasing just batches of credits, the $10 amount of $10 that comes with 10,000 credits. You can purchase and then just pay as you go. So the whole intention of us is to make it pay as you go, because one big hassle that we want to take away from users is like going through tons of different tools and managing them manually. But another one is getting rid of all these different subscriptions that you have all over the place and maybe you don't use it that much. We want to really aggregate all into one place so that you just pay for what you use.
It's awesome. And I appreciate the flexibility that comes with that, not only as a user of a lot of these AI tools, but I think a lot of other people will as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
It's awesome. So, I mean, obviously July is a big month for you guys, but kind of even looking out further past that, where do you see Starnus going over the next 12 to 18 months?
Yeah, so we have almost around two or three intermediary launches, different, I think another alpha and one or two other beta releases till early Q2 next year, 2026, that we will reach version 1. And that version 1 is actually the platform that is relatively highly scalable, self-service. Almost any builder, any developer can comply in a very self-service manner, comply with the framework and just write few extra lines of code and then deploy their solution, also integrate their solution with Starness. And also on the other end for users, we'll try to make it super, super easy so that you can just command in simple words, integrate, and then the platform is already integrated with all your necessary files, apps, prior information, etc. So we will try to really make the life of both ends of the platform super easy so that both the developers can add very easily solutions and monetize on them, and the users can just easily use everything that they need without even thinking about what they need to use.
Well, that sounds like an exciting path of evolution. So we'll be excited to stay in touch along that. And I think we'd like to add ourselves to the whitelist. So let's coordinate on that as well.
Sure. Thanks. Thanks.
Well, beyond that, what if you were a listener on the podcast today, what's the best way that they can reach your team or just learn more about you guys and get in contact?
Yeah, of course, the website, thestarnustech.com, when you land on the top of it is the waitlist. So if you want to just test it out, that's where you can just drop your email, click and done. We'll follow up on that. But if you want to learn more about it, we have a contact page as well. So you can also reach out to us there or LinkedIn, or even I can also share my email so that they can directly reach out to me because either they are a developer or have a special use case in mind or have a question about these things. I'm always personally open to just know more and try to help as much as possible.
Awesome, Kashar. That sounds fantastic. Well, is there anything that we haven't covered today that we want to publicize on the podcast?
I I think we just covered all, and the only thing that I always have very hard time to make everybody understand about this is that this new kind of, because when I explain the platform, everybody tries to match it to some examples that already exist. Like, is it similar to N8A, or Make.com or Zapier, or I don't know, how is it different from Google Cloud then, or this and that? And then it's very hard to really try to explain all. But if I want to just at the end really clarify, is like we are adding a new layer of abstraction on top of what existed till now, so that everything beneath that is being integrated and usable in a new abstracted layer.
Sure. Almost as a better aggregate that's more simplified and streamlined then for users.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Well, I've not come across a platform like you guys that are a layer, so this is very exciting and insightful today. I really appreciate your time today.
Thanks, of course. Thanks also for inviting me.
Yeah, happy to do so. This has been great.
Great, great. Thanks.
Thank you.